So there we go. Yes, we're serious. Final boss is leveling up in the dab, man. There we go. Was Missy B there? No.
She was nothing but nice to that fucking girl. Never did anything to her. And anybody who knows IceDancer, she's a nice person. She was never anything but nice to her. So when she throws her into it, that's when I start being like, I want to rip this bitch's face off. Because I'm like, I say, you want to yell at me? That's fine. I'm a terrible person. I deserve it. But it's like, it's getting on. It's starting to get grating when she lies and she's, you fucking. And I'm like, she was nice to you, dude. Like, I don't, whatever.
Yeah. She's trying to help you. And I believe that because IceDancer's been around, in the chats here. And I appreciate that too, man. We're a tiny little fucking show over here, brother. And I appreciate you being here as well. And
she's nice dancer.
Yeah, she is. She is a nice dancer. But how much legitimacy did it come? She said that, Scarlett said that her and IceDancer want to have a threesome with Nick Ricada. Is that true?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, look, I've been sent a lot of shit by IceDancer, and I've been trying to patiently sort through it. Not to my knowledge, no. I think IceDancer has a lot of. I'm sorry. I think Scarlett has a lot of shit up in her head right now, and she's just throwing it all at the wall. But no, a lot of the messages I saw involved Scarlett was really into Nick, and when she brought that up on MLC tonight, she's like, "Oh, and yeah, your girlfriend wants to fuck vaping lawyers," and it's like that's a very specific thing. But I have screenshots that show the other thing where it's months ago and it's IceDancer talking to her and she's like, I think Nick's hot. And I like he's just a vaping lawyer. I think he's so hot when he vapes. And those aren't outgoing messages. You know what I mean? It's IceDancer being like, cool. Well, hey, you guys have fun. Like she's just like, whatever, I don't care. So
you're saying Scarlett was the instigator on wanting to fuck Nick Ricada, which I don't even understand. I find Nick Ricada is the biggest piece of shit around, dude. He's up there with Ethan Ralph. And so we have common enemies. So that's why I don't care if you call me a faggot. But that's fine. We have the same perspective.
I'm a little biased in that. I actually like Nick. I consider him a friend.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have history with him and I've never had really any reason to go at him. I mean, yeah, he's had his problems, but my favorite thing is like people like he was doing drugs and having sex and shit, and like his poor kids were living in with drug addicts, and I'm like, yeah, I grew up that way. Most of the kids I grew up with grew up that way. Like then they turned out fine. Like I'm not saying it's great. This is the Nick. He's missing probation things, a drug that. Yeah, he's a fucking coon-brained idiot. But I'm friends with the guy, and I've even said this before. Would I trust him to not fuck my girlfriend if they were around each other and I was in the other room? Probably not. But I'd probably just keep my bitch away from him. You know what I mean? If we were at the same
why would you have to keep your bitch away from him, man?
I get your point. You get my point. She wouldn't fuck with him.
I get your point. He would fuck her if he could. He would. Nick Ricada is a degenerate piece of shit, man. And the reason you don't understand that is because the reason you don't understand it because you don't have kids.
No, but
straight up, man. I mean, it is. That's the reason that you don't get what a fucking piece of shit this guy is.
But again, like I'm not even telling you he's not. I'm just telling you.
You're saying you don't care.
He's a piece of shit on a level that, like, when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's like this. Like, am I really going to worry about when we live on the internet in the world where, and again, the Dabbleverse is just getting into like expanded internet history, but like, we're talking about a world where Chris Chan raped his 90-something-year-old mother, and it was like the biggest story on the internet. We're talking about a world where, if you go back and God, what was his name? Nick, fucking the guy that was like smearing shit on shit and molesting his cousins. Like I'm old school. I've been on the internet for so long that
you have, dude. You have.
I've seen some pieces of shit, and when I see Nick Ricada, I'm like, he's a coon-brained idiot who's probably still off in Galaxy Gas for all I know. Yeah, he's an idiot who's a fuck up. But again, this is a scenario where you go, well, I'm not going to just start a crusade against Nick. If I had kids, would I let him drive them to school? Probably not. You know what I mean? Would I leave him alone around some bitch I'm trying to fuck? Probably not. But again, I'm not even.
I'll say this: I would leave any bitch I'm trying to fuck around Nick Rekieta. I wouldn't give two fucks. Nick Rekieta is a fucking slimy, snaky, disgusting fool. That's how I look at it, man. I would be.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
If one of my chicks fucked him, I'd be like, cool, thank you for letting me know.
My philosophy is that, I wouldn't prevent them from being around each other. I'm not controlling, but I'm just saying it's one of those things where I'd be like, look, if you want to fuck Nick, but like, then book your ticket home with him, and like, you can go be with him now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'd be like, oh, all right, well, if you want to fuck, like, if that happened, but the whole Scarlett thing about like, she wants to fuck Nick, and it's like,
So you're saying that's not true? IceDancer did not want to have a threesome with Nick Rekieta like Scarlett.
I can't tell you. I don't live in her brain.
You know, bro. Come on, don't fuck with me. Listen, man. You know. Come on, man. You know. Yes or no?
She's expressed zero interest in Rekieta. Not even like when we're hanging out drunk or accidentally. And by the way, like we were watching the fucking Pens Flyers game the other night, right? And like, she's not ashamed of just like being like, oh, that guy's hot. I'd probably fuck him. Like, I'd probably cheat on. But she's talking about a hockey player. But the point is like, when it comes out, I can hear.
Player. Yeah. That's different.
I can.
But even that's kind of weird.
Like,
you don't think so? You don't think that's weird? Like the girls I'm with don't say that type of shit, man.
If you're gonna cheat on me with a hockey player that's in the playoffs, it's better than Nick Rekieta.
Yeah.
I've watched in the strip club business over the years, I've watched controlling boyfriends try to control. And it's like, you're not going to control. You guys are either in love or you're not. And you'll figure that out along the journey. And if you're not, she's going to fuck some other guy anyway. And if it happens, you go, cool, enjoy your plane ticket to go see that motherfucker. God bless. But there's none of this, like, you can't mold events to happen and control them. It's like, no, it's gonna happen. So she's either gonna fuck some guy behind my back or not. But I can tell you this, I'm gonna find out eventually, and then it's a matter of being like, well, you're out of here. So that's a matter of life. To sit around and always worry about, is she gonna do it, is she not?
It's not about worrying about it. It's not about worrying about it. It's when you say you're out of here, are you guys living together right now? And you brought up
no, there's nothing like that. I just meant like you're out of my go. You know what I mean? You can go now. You're dismissed.
Yeah, take off. So you're saying that none of the her and Scarlett with the threesome with Nick Rekieta, who's the most disgusting. Honestly, dude, like this is the thing I think, Mersh,
Scarlett's
like
the type of bitch. Sorry, not to cut you, but Scarlett's also the type of bitch to say some shit to you, and then attach yourself, like, and then mentally attach to that. And go like, yeah, remember when we talked about having a threesome with Nick? You know what I mean? It's like you probably threw that out there in your schizo babble, but
so you haven't read IceDancer's text messages.
I have.
Oh, and you didn't see any of that. You didn't see any of that.
And when I tell you, I've read, because you got to remember when
I find it hard to believe that Scarlett's full of shit, dude. You know,
no, she's obviously she's sober as a judge.
She has some issues.
But no, because the thing is I have so much of their conversations beforehand, because Scarlett explicitly in written form gave IceDancer permission to share everything that they talk about with me, because I'm so hard to reach. And I don't talk to anyone I really don't. Like, I do my show and I'm a whore in that way. But outside of the internet, I'm like, I'm playing video games or I'm doing shit. I got my cat thing that I do. I'm busy. So, like, I don't chat with people privately. And so when we were trying to get her away from Matt Mead, by the way, I'm so sorry, Matt Mead. Shout out to Matt Mead. You're a fucking king. When we thought he was abusing her and we were like, well, let's try to facilitate getting her out of there, because sometimes women are scared to do that. I kind of like, IceDancer was the one that originally was like, well, she seems nice, I'll befriend her. And I was like, cool, you be friends. I got enough going on in my life. I got to do Revenge of the Sis from 4 to 6. I do Nightwave 10 to midnight. I got a billion other things. Cool, you do it. And then they became pals. But at one point, Scarlett was like, well, I need advice. How do I do this? Matt's still calling me. How do I deal with this? And then she even like IceDancer was like, well, I'll run it past Mersh. And then that's when she went, well, you have permission to share.
Mersh.
Well, not bullshit I'm being lied about. And I'm like, yeah, but it's beyond that now. If you want maximum impact, I'm like, now you got to do it my way. Like, you got to play it my way. I was like, hang on to it. Wait till we're going to see what happens in Wisconsin when there's a nice big Ralph implosion and the algorithm looks good. I'm like, we got to know when to drop shit.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And you've been doing this a long time, man. So, when is Ralph? I mean, like, so first, as far you know way more about the Ralph Mill than I do. That guy seems like the biggest fucking piece of shit on the internet to me. What is your background with him? And I'm sorry that I don't know all this stuff. So if we could get a little back lore, like just if you could explain it, because he's a guy that I would like to smack his glasses in his hand. He's lucky it was Tommy Jordan that walked up. I'm not a tough guy, but oh boy, it would be fun to smack the glasses off that fool.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think he's lucky it was Tommy Jordan. I think he's lucky it was Vegas and there was security and cops everywhere on Fremont, because I got a feeling about Tommy, because because as a fellow reforming wigger, Tommy's got a little bit of that wigger in him. And I think Tommy would have, on a different day in a different place with nobody around, I think Tommy would have smacked the shit out of him. Shout out to Tojo. But no, Ralph. All right. So you know how you think Recaita's a massive piece of shit and should die.
Yeah, I know he is, and I know he's a bad lawyer because I'm an attorney, non-practicing, and I read all of his pleadings for his criminal defense, and they were terrible, dude. Like they're so bad they're laughable.
I as I told you, I'm biased. I like Nick Recaita. I will make no statements, positive or negative, as to his lawyering skills, other than to say
they're terrible. I will make a statement. He's the worst attorney, dude. I went to a fucking law school with a girl that called herself Cookie. This is the Indian bitch. She called herself Cookie, and she's a better lawyer than Nick Recaita.
As a layman who's not a lawyer, I will just say, from what I've seen of Nick's lawyering, it's not optimal.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm the host of the Kill Stream. We're both gonna be famous, Yeah. And so IceDancer was his first attempt at that, and he met her in my replies. IceDancer had been for months trying to she was trying to get with me. And I'm very resistant to, I don't even want to meet dudes for a beer on the internet, because it's just like, I don't know, man. I have a life. I have friends. I have my own life. I don't need the internet for it.
Right.
So whatever, she had been trying, and I'd been kind of blowing her off, and she got kind of dejected or whatever. And then he was like, well, I'm also an internet famous guy, and I'm friends with Mersh and blah, blah, blah. And then, so like he was like, why don't we hang out? And she's like, yeah, I guess, whatever, cool. Like, let me know if you're ever in the US. He immediately booked a flight to the US.
He flew right there.
Yeah, and by the way, she didn't pay for his flights, Scarlett. So then, like, yeah, they hung out. They literally hung out twice. I shit you not. This is the big thing to this day that people make it. They hung out twice. Yeah, they banged. Whatever. It was she's, as she said before, not her fucking proudest moment. And it was a very high pressure situation. Let's just put it that way, as you can see from Ralph's behavior.
What do you mean?
Good. Let's go.
And why? And he's like, well, I mean, because it would be great. Like, it'll stir shit up. I mean, we'll really get this going. Like, we'll get this arc going, this story arc. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, huh? Like, I don't think he really is going to kill me. And it's not like he said, I'm coming to your house. He basically just said, don't hurt any of my people or I'll kill it. It's a very different concept. And even she was like, this is getting weird. And then again, the cat yelling and the desk punching. And by the second time they hung out, she's like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And that's when he melted down, threatened revenge porn, doxed her house, doxed her number, doxed her family, went after her family. Like, he went full bore for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe straight. So,
yeah,
and that's how I came to hang out with her, because I like, she finally decided, like, all right, this got out of control. And then she reached out to Virgie and was like, I feel really bad, but there's no way Mersh is gonna even fucking speak to me, whatever, blah blah blah. And Virgie was like, this needs to end. We need to straighten this out. And like, because Virgie had reached out to her actually and said, look, this went too far. You guys are making Mersh look like a cuck now. I have a million screenshots of you basically say that's where all that jokes, like the jokes about her yearning for Mersh, and because she was going around telling like people that were Ralph's mods and people that were my mods and Virgin, and there were all these people she was talking to where she was basically the whole story for weeks was like, no, I really just wanted Mersh, and like Ralph.
When you say she, you're talking about IceDancer.
Yeah. And then so basically like those screenshots started getting sent to me en masse, and I was like, and so Virgie reached out and was like, I'm just warning you, like this, like people are gonna start like getting they're pissed because everybody's trying to make Mersh look like the asshole here, and he's not. And he's been very patient, but it's now people beyond him are now getting impatient, and that's when shit started leaking. And that's how me and Ralph had our big falling out, was when he started like trying to ruin this girl's life. And it was all just,
well, Ralph's a
now
bitch,
you see it with
dude.
Scarlett, he's just a horny, I always want coke, I always want to come, like he just wants to just ruin everything around him, and it's just not, you know.
Yeah, it's very clear for anyone with half a brand that Ralph's a bitch. To move away from this, man, because it's nice to talk to you. You've been doing this a long time. When did you start this, and what is Virgie's role in this, and what's your schedule like, man? Because I watch your shows when I have a regular job. I'm one of those losers, but you know, like you do.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Your clipping of my show sucks dick.
Without Dave, I wouldn't be here.
Well, now we know who to blame.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can thank the ultimate life form by using the super tip link in the description. Do it or don't.
The Final Boss. That's right, Final Boss. I love Final Boss.
I'm doing fine. How are you?